Hey everybody. So for last night's class and for those who could not make it, I'm going to demonstrate a puddle pour. A puddle pour. So I'm going to put this phone down a little bit so you can see my canvas board. Okay, this is a puddle pour. Let me see if I can put it, yeah, right there. A puddle pour. So when we're doing a puddle pour, some people flood the canvas. And when we flood the canvas, we actually put paint all over the canvas and so that when the paint flows, it's absolutely easy to do. Okay, so a puddle pour is this. Let's say you want to use like 5 to 6 paints. All right. Now my canvas board is small. This is like an 8x10, so my puddle pour is not going to have a lot of paint on it. But let's say you want to use like 5 to 6 types of paint. A puddle pour is, you're going to do a main pour in the center. Main pour in the center. Okay. See if you can see that. So I poured. Let me see if I'm going to see if I can turn this around. No, I can't. So I poured paint in the center of my canvas. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is get this open. I'm going to actually pour paint on top of that. So this is a puddle pour. It's tons of paint sitting on top of each other. Okay. Then I'm going to pour my next paint. Well, for this one, I'm only using purple and gold. See that? It's paint on top of paint in the center of the canvas. Some people do, with big canvases, they do tons of little, so it's paint on top of paint. Okay, that's called a puddle pour. Paint on top of paint in the center of the canvas. Some people, when they have long or big canvases, they may do a puddle pour here, puddle pour there, puddle pour here, puddle pour there. So they may do more than one puddle pour. But since my puddle pour, my canvas is only 8x10, I'm only doing one puddle pour, and I did it in the center of the canvas, and it is one paint on top of another. That's a puddle pour. Now, you can either spin the puddle pour out. I'm gonna put a little white on top right here. You can either put, let me put this here. You can either spin it out on your turntable, and I showed you guys what my turntable is. I'm going to show you one more time. Okay. This is my turntable. I would sit my canvas in top of that. And what you do at a turntable, and mine has a ceiling, so when I turn it, the paint don't splatter all over the place. Of course, guys, set your section up with some, with a plastic cover. You don't want to ruin your area. But my turntable has a block, so when I spin this paint out, it won't splatter all over the place. So I'm going to spin my puddle pour out. Gently turn it. Now, where can I get turntables? Well, I have 5 different types of turntables. I have a large one, a really, really large one for my really huge canvases, which I'm going to use tomorrow. I have 4 spinning turntables of different sizes. So you can get a turntable. This one I got at Ross for $12.99. $12.99. Now, I'm going to show you what this is looking like as it is spinning. See how the colors are actually moving? Now, I spinned it one way. I'm going to turn it and spin it the other. I'm going to turn it and spin it the other way. Spin it the other way. So that's a turntable. With the puddle pour, puddle pours are really, really fun. And you can actually have fun with this. Your paint is going to go all over the place. So that's why I have my turntables with blockages in there, so that when I do spin them, the paint stays within the confines of the turntable. Oh, this is looking good, guys. I'm gonna spin it this way. So you can spin it. I don't stop it. I let it stop on its own so the paint is not going all over the place. Well, we learned several different types of pours. I put all of our pours on top, on the page, on this school page. Go through all of them, learn your spins, learn your pours, learn your techniques, learn your skill, but be unique. So you learned the pouring techniques. And I think there was 4 or 5 of them that we did. And this was the last one. This is the puddle pour. Puddle pour. I love that. These colors are really looking good. And I really wanted to go with purple and gold and some white mixed in there. So I'm going to show you what this looks like when it is all said and done. Let's see. Almost. Oh man, this is beautiful. I'm going to spin that the other way. So if you spin it one way several times, make sure you spin it the other way several times too, so the paint spreads evenly throughout the whole canvas. I love that. These dimensions here are absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to put a little bit more paint right here so it spins off. Put a little bit more paint down in here, these sections, so it spins off. All right, let's see what this becomes. Yeah. Now, my paints are pre-mixed, so because my paints are pre-mixed, I put silicone oil in my paints, and that creates cells. And so I do see cells popping up within this painting. I'm gonna spin it a couple more times. And I tell people, when you do your paintings, you're doing acrylic abstract, make sure you paint your sides, because I always tell them, let the painting spread off the canvas so that it's almost like a continuance of the picture. One more spin should do it, guys. One more spin should do it. One more spin should do it. Yes. Oh wow, I got some cells coming up in here. That's really cool. All right. So here, oh, that looks so good. All right. So look at this. That came from the spin. Look at the variations of geometrics in here. Look at the pictures. Oh man, did I just touch that and ruin it? Look at the pictures. You can actually take your finger. And draw that out. Just draw it out and make some designs here. You can draw this out and make some designs here. Oh my goodness, this is so much fun. I love doing this stuff. You could draw that out, make some designs there. So you can actually create. And once you do that, let's see when we spin it what it looks like. Okay, let's see when we spin it what it looks like. Because now these lines are going to spread. They're going to spread. These lines are going to spread. I love it. Absolutely love it. Absolute. Wow, that looks like something's pouring out of the oh yeah, this created some beautiful cells right here. I think I'm gonna do another spin here. All right. Now, what do I do when I have cells? Okay, so we're going to be learning this eventually, but I have a heat gun. And what I do with my heat gun is I hold it at a distance, and I actually go over my painting to pop some bubbles. I see bubbles here, so I'm going to show you how I do this. This is my torch, okay? I hold it up and I just go over my painting and break the bubbles. Wherever I see bubbles, oh man, a lot of them pop right there. And you don't want to hold it too close and you don't want to hold it too long, because then it will burn your painting, the paint there. So I'm going to show you some of my cells that popped up in this painting, because my pre-mixed paints have silicone oil, which does create cells. So I'm going to show this to you. See the cells? Let me see if I can bring you. See the cells right in here? They're little dots that pop up in the painting. Cells over here. See the cells over here? It looks like little dots popping up on the painting. Yeah. Cells down here. I love it. Cells right there. Cells right here. I love it. Cells. Got cells. So when I mix silicone oil in my paints, and I do like 1 or 2 drops in my paints, in my mixture, it creates cells. And cells actually look really, really cool. Now, remember I drew my finger? Look at this when I spun it out. Look at that. That looks like something's being spit out. It's so cool. Look at that. That is so cool, guys. I think I'm going to keep this one. This is really cool. It's really weird. Anyway, that is the puddle pour. And tonight, we are going to do a puddle pour through a cup. And the very top of the cup is cut. And we're going to lay that on the painting, on the canvas, the stretch canvas, and pour our paints through the cup. And when the cup has a lot of paint in it, it starts moving across the canvas board, and it creates so many beautiful, unique designs. So join us tonight. Hit that link that's going to put you in our Zoom class from 7 to 8, and we're just going to have fun with paint. See you soon.